Oh, I'm recording already. Welcome back. I didn't realize I actually hit the button for. I was like, "What's going on?" for like 4 seconds. Okay. Um, Welcome back to another video. Yes, I am in the same spot. And no, this is not a permanent tattoo. This is just pen. I know you were all wondering about that. Hey, you got a cool tattoo? No, I didn't. Um, so just a bit of catch up because I haven't made videos in a while because I've just been bored stiff out of my mind with all the crap that's been going on because 2020 is the year that sucks. I was supposed to go to championships this year for speed cubing. I was planning on going to see a lot of movies, as I said in my first video of the year, I think it was. I was excited for Black Panther. I was excited for the new 007 movie. I was excited for Tenet. I'm excited for a lot of movies, but that's not happening right now. So, sucks. But today is just a catch-up video. Um, Still trying to read some books. I'm completely caught up with Camp Half-Blood Chronicles. Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, Magnus Chase, Trials of Apollo, all that. I do have the Kane Chronicles, but I don't really consider them part of the Camp Half Blood because it's a bit different. Like at least Magnus Chase is related to Annabeth, but on that subject, favorite book out of them, I guess, out of all of them so far. I apologize for the noise, but work. So people gotta do work, around the house. Favorite book from Heroes of Olympus, which was the first series I read this year. Definitely Mark of Athena, and it's really, really close with what's it called? House of Hades. Forgot the name. Um, Favorite book from Trials of Apollo by far is Tyrant's Tomb. And favorite book from Magnus Chase is actually the first. I'm going to say something that people won't really like, and that is Alex Fierro sucks. No, it's not because she's an arger or unmanly or gender fluid crap. None of that. She's just aggravating to me. And yes, I'm going to use she. It's so if you don't like it, get off. She was annoying, just constantly. I don't necessarily have a problem with the whole stereotypical trope talk of like I'm a hardened, battle-worn person who doesn't like my feelings being known. I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem with it when it's not executed well. And by the way, sorry, I can still never tell actually where to look. The camera's right here, but I feel like I have to look here in order to make eye contact. I don't know. So if you guys are annoyed with it, tell me in the comments and I will change it. Because I feel like I'm looking at the camera and it doesn't make any sense. But looking here might make a little bit more. Not sure. So I'll look at both throughout the video. So I don't have a problem with Alex being the whole I don't like people knowing what I'm feeling because I'm tough. Is it the most attractive trope? No. I hate it when guys do it. I hate it when girls do it. I hate it when creatures in books do it. I don't like it. It's kind of stupid. Just don't talk about your feelings and no one will have to, no one's going to want to talk about that with you. I really hate that, like in the very beginning of the second book, Magnus asks, like, hey, I feel like I know you. maybe we saw each other at the homeless shelter once. You think that makes us friends? Which is Alex's stupid response. It's like, calm down, girl. He's trying to make friends, or trying to make conversation, whatever. And then in the third book, where they get together, she kisses him first. That's problem number one. She kisses him first. What happens if you kiss someone? Probably means they like you, or you like them. That's the first problem. Second problem is he's all, oh yeah, that was like the best thing, that was the only reason I made it out alive. Dude, she treats you like crap. Like, she just treats you like crap. Have a little bit more respect than that. For yourself. Not even for her, for yourself. And then, in the end of the book, she's all, well, I'll have to think about this. Girl, you kissed him first. He said that was the best thing that ever happened to them. Or to him. That means... What do you think it means? You kissed him, you like him. He said he liked it back. That means you obviously want to get together with him, because you wouldn't have kissed him. You wouldn't have said, I wasn't going to die without doing that, if you didn't actually like him. He wasn't going to say that was the best thing that ever happened to me if he didn't like you. So I hate that. It was really obnoxious. It just... So, annoying. Favorite character from those books is Mallory Keene. Really liked her. Just like, she might be violent. She might be. I would call her a morbid girlfriend, because she's violent, but she's actually very caring. So, I liked her a lot. Half-Born was funny. Sam was kind of hit and miss for me. It's like, you had a few good moments, you kind of had a few weird moments. Overall, kind of a middle-of-the-road character for me. Just, I didn't really care all that much if she went and did something and she wasn't on the page for that long. I was like, oh, Sam, come back. No, it wasn't like that. I do love Magnus. He's a really entertaining character. Blitz and Hearth. I think I kind of prefer Hearth to Blitz, but just barely. A bit of a... I do like to think of them as the dynamic duo. Sorry, my eyes are twitching or whatever. So, I kind of thought they were pretty good together. Just nice little dynamic duo, Batman, Robin kind of thing. The humor in the book was pretty good. I kind of wish Frey was in it more. Kind of like Poseidon in the first Percy Jackson series, where he was in it a bit more than Frey was. Which, I mean, it's 5 books versus 3. You can do a lot more in 5 books than you can in 3. But, again, Magnus books are a little bit bigger. So, overall, I enjoyed the series. It didn't do anything for me that Alex was transgender or gender fluid. It was all just a bunch of bullcrap. It's oh, she's an Arger, meaning unmanly, whatever. That's a nice little scapegoat for Riordan to make her gender fluid and be inclusive, like, whatever. I don't... Dumb. Trials of Apollo. I'm not sure how I feel about the first 2 books. The first one was okay. It was a little bit different, I think, because, I'm used to reading from a human's perspective and not a god's. Apollo's... I won't say he's like boring or anything, but first book was just strange to me. It was like, okay, it all takes place in Camp Half-Blood. They had part of the labyrinth back, which was strange. I enjoyed that part. I really disliked Meg in the first three books. I didn't mind her as much in The Tyrant's Tomb, but she was really obnoxious to me because she's exactly like an obnoxious person I personally know in real life and actually looks just like her. It's like, Uncle Rick, did you ever meet my friend? Because the way you describe Meg is like the exact same person that I know. It's like, did you ever come across her? You know, it weird, and she was really obnoxious for the first two books. Third one, she wasn't as obnoxious, and fourth one, I actually liked her. Um, I hated the second book actually. I hated it. I do not like Calypso and Leo. No, it's not because it's a toxic relationship or whatever people are saying. It's not a toxic relationship. It's just I don't really know. It's like they're not a really enjoyable couple to read about. I guess like Percy and Annabeth, Jason and Piper, Frank and Hazel. Really, really, really fun characters to kind of watch their relationship grow. Um, eh, just I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. I can't even like just pause. If I could figure out words to say, we'd be here for like an hour, and I'm already 11 minutes and 50 seconds into this. So, um, I didn't care for Leo. Is my least favorite demigod of the seven. He's just kind of thought he was annoying, kind of like a bratty little child almost. Don't get me wrong, he's not unlikable. I like him. He's just like my least favorite. But he kind of pulls jokes in the most inappropriate of times, I guess, where you could have probably said that later, but whatever. Um, and Calypso, ugh, I kind of wish it went something along the lines of maybe Leo and Hazel got together instead of Frank and Hazel, and then Frank was the one to go uh, meet uh, Calypso. I think that might have been better. Not really, not really certain how I could have made it better, but I really just don't like Leo and Calypso at all. Um, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that Calypso is back in the real world and she's not on Ojigia anymore, but I just kind of wish it was dealt with better. Um, and then uh, Trials of Apollo, the whole Burning Maze one was better than the first two by far. I actually really enjoyed it. Grover was back. Really love Grover. Um, Piper was back. Piper is my second favorite uh, female character next to Annabeth. Annabeth is my favorite out of all the Percy Jackson books. I think I might one day come up with a list of favorite to least favorite characters. Um, but I really enjoy Piper. Jason was pretty cool. I don't get why people are like, oh, he's a bland character. No. And sorry, Julia from our Reader's World. Stop rating characters on their color and their sexuality. Just get over that. That's so pathetic. And, you know, I could go into a whole rant about that, but I won't because I have a certain amount of time limited for this tablet to run. So, uh, moving on. Kind of going back to. Okay, so Jason in Trials of Apollo. I knew Jason was going to die, but I didn't know. I thought his role was going to be the one to die in Heroes of Olympus, because people can't keep secrets for some reason, so, it's everything gets spoiled. So I knew he was going to die. I thought it was going to be in the end of Heroes of Olympus, but it wasn't. I was like, oh, okay, I get to enjoy him for one more book. Uh, that kind of like, not kind of, it sucked to read that chapter and the chapters following it where it just kept, Jason's death, right in the front. It was just like, oh, it sucks. And I hated that one. Tyrant's Tomb. I really, really loved seeing Reyna back. I was just like, ooh, yeah, I love Reyna. She's really cool. I really enjoyed her in Heroes of Olympus. Just really solid character. Um, I was thinking about rereading The Tyrant's Tomb and The Blood of Olympus just to read her stuff again. I really like her as a character. Lavinia was obnoxious. Didn't like her at all. Hazel. Love Hazel. Frank is my boy because I very much am like Frank. Just kind of feel clumsy around the girl, the girl I like or whatever. Just kind of feels like that. Kind of a clumsy ox kind of guy. Just the truth. Sorry. Frank, I really like him. Best trio, I think, is Grover, Percy, and Annabeth from the original, but Frank, Hazel, and Percy are fighting for top spot, So moving on from there, kind of going back to Heroes of Olympus, House of Hades. I freaking loved that book because it was like, I texted my friend Janelle, you've seen her on the channel before. She's a huge Percy Jackson fan. Texted her, so I was like, yeah, I just started reading House of Hades. This thing is like a morbid romance. And she's like, okay, that's weird, but yeah, I get what you're saying. She texted me back a couple weeks later after she started reading, and she's like, it's totally a morbid romance. Which I really like, because I really liked how dark and intense it got with poison bending. Yes. So, that was pretty cool. But speaking of bending, what do you do when you're in lockdown and you can go almost nowhere? You binge watch stuff. You can binge watch the Marvel movies, you can binge watch Duck Dynasty, you can binge watch The Flash, you can binge watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's what I've been binge watching. Binge watching Legend of Korra. Super cool. Super, super cool. And Sherlock. I got my grandpa interested in Sherlock. And so we've been watching that. My grandpa likes to pretend that he doesn't like, that he doesn't like, Avatar: The Last Airbender, but he does. He came into the room several times. What are you watching? Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender. He's like, oh, cool. And he sits down in his chair and actually enjoys the show. He'll say he doesn't like it, but he actually does. So, binge watching that one. I am an earthbender, which is really cool because, Toph is my favorite character. I took a test last night that was like, oh, you're an airbender. And I was just like, yeah, okay, let me read the personality profile on that. It's not me at all. It was a very inaccurate test. Because my little brother actually also ended up being a earthbender, and it's like, that's not your personality at all. So, what do you know? But I am an earthbender. Really like being an earthbender. If I had it my way, I would kind of be a waterbender. But earth is pretty cool too, because you can bend metal, which is awesome. So, binge watch Avatar. I saw bits and pieces of it when I was younger, and it was on the TV. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of a cool show. I'll watch it when I can. Saw several episodes, enjoyed a lot of it. It was like really cool show. And then my friend texted me, hey, it's on Netflix now. Just binge watch now. It's happening. And then I watched all 3 seasons. Now I'm in the middle of season finale, really close to the season finale of season 2 of Legend of Korra. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the first season. I like that it's not too. Aang was kind of a gentle kid, but now the role of Avatar is given to a more violent, naturally brutal character. I like that it's not ridiculously feminist. It's like she is I am a different character. I am not a normal girl. I am the Avatar. I can kick your butt. I like that. But the moment you say she's better than men, you're gonna lose me. So if that happens, hope it doesn't. Praying it doesn't, because it's a good show. Please don't ruin it. So I've got about 2 more seasons to go. It's gonna be awesome, and also Sherlock. So everyone knows about that one. It's still a good show. It's just like, what are you gonna do? I've finished binge watching Avatar. Now I need 2 shows to watch. So you do that. That's about it for getting caught up, because that's all I've been doing for months. Just open up the freaking country already. Just do it. No one's gonna. My next video, which I'm going to film right after this one, because I'll still be in the same spot, is going to be about that. So if you're interested in that one, go watch it after this. So that's about it for this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye.